So one feature a lot of users miss on newer iPhones is Touch ID. Well, good news, a new report has come out showing a patent leak of Touch ID. However, will we get Touch ID or not on the 2021 phones? Well, today I want to talk the latest what we know about this and the latest on the iPhone 13 Pro release date and price with a summary of everything we know so far. So let's begin with the announcement of iOS 15 at WWDC 2021. All iPhones look to get some great software features. However, the iPhone 13 and the 13 Pro models will get the best experience this year with its combination of new software and also new hardware features. As quite a lot of new leaks are coming in specifically for either the iPhone 13 or iPhone 13 mini, and then other leaks for the iPhone 13 Pro and the 13 Pro Max, I've decided to split these leaks out going forwards in my videos to keep everything a little bit more simpler. So as per usual in these types of videos, I go over the latest leaks we have heard recently and then cover the release date and a summary of all the features of everything we know so far about the iPhone models that we were given previously, including details about the prices. But first, let's talk about if we'll be getting Touch ID or not in the iPhone 13. Now, there was a recent report from Ming-Chi Kuo that the iPhone 13 was looking to get an underscreen fingerprint scanner that would work via ultrasonic. However, Ming-Chi Kuo has now confirmed that the underscreen fingerprint scanner will not be coming to the iPhone 13 model in 2021, but will be coming to the 2022 iPhone models instead. Kuo earlier this week showed us a patent of this possibility of how the underscreen fingerprinter will all work on the new iPhone, and it was believed to be for the iPhones this year. However, it seems this is not the case now, and it's actually a patent for next year's model that Kuo has confirmed. But do not worry if you think there will be no Touch ID whatsoever this year. There is still a possibility that we will still get Touch ID in a physical button, or actually be the power button on the side of the iPhone, much like what we have on the iPad Air that came out in 2020, also known as the iPad Air 4th generation. A lot of consumers, including myself, have been wanting the return of Touch ID as an alternative to unlock our iPhones, as Face ID is really good, but with the pandemic and everything, it's been harder to unlock your phone quickly and securely. Apple did do an iOS 14 update option for users who have an Apple Watch to unlock their iPhones. However, not everybody owns an Apple Watch. I believe we'll be hearing more news about the physical Touch ID button in a couple of months as we get closer to the iPhone 13 launch. One more thing I'd like to quickly talk about is the giveaway that we're doing on this channel right now, and it is for this. It is for our brand new MacBook Pro M1. And that's right guys, I'm going to be giving away this MacBook Pro M1 to one lucky subscriber when we get over 200,000 subscribers. And all you need to do in the comments below is write what your favourite iOS 15 feature is. Even if you haven't downloaded the beta, let me know what feature you'd love to try out, and then just put them in the comments below. And then when we get over 200,000 subscribers, I'm going to be revealing who the winner is of this MacBook Pro M1. But make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell, because when we get over 200,000 subscribers, you'll want to get that notification to find out if you're going to be the lucky winner of this brand new MacBook Pro M1. So those are the latest leaks and also the giveaway. So let's do the release date next. This year in 2021, we're expecting an end September, early October launch of all 4 iPhone 13 models. Now, right away, you're probably wondering, how on earth have we got to this conclusion? Well, it's quite simple and logistic really when you think about it. Let's do a quick summary of how we have got here by doing a tiny summary of the last 10 years of iPhone model release dates. If we go way back to the iPhone 4S in 2011, this classic iPhone came out on October 14th, 2011. Then skip a year to 2012 with the iPhone 5, it was September the 21st, 2012. Then let's skip a few years ahead to say 2016, where it was the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus release year, where we had a release date of September 16th. Then in 2019, we saw the release date of the iPhone XS or the XS on September 21st and the XR or the XR on October 26th. And last year, for example, with the iPhone 12 models release dates, they were from October 23rd to November 13th. Now, mainly you can see the release dates have been in end September to end October, with the main exception of last year, where it was a bit unusual for the iPhone 12 due to COVID. We had a bit of delay on the release of the models. However, if the pandemic dies down, we expect an Apple event in September for the iPhone 13 models with a release of mid-October compared to the delayed launch what we had in 2020. So next, let's talk about the iPhone 13 model prices, and the best way to do this is give you a summary of what we know so far for all the Pro models. Let's start with the summary of the iPhone 13 Pro. As I said, many more leaks will come along and they'll be added to this list, so this was subject to change as it were, but this is everything we know so far. And also in all my other videos coming up in the future for the iPhone 13 Pro models, if there are any kind of leaks that kind of link to any of the information here, I will go over those leaks again. So first of all, the screen. It will be a 6.1 inch screen just like the iPhone 12 Pro, and it will be an LTPO LED display. This is a slightly different kind of display that we have like inside the iPhone 12, the iPhone 11 and below that for an OLED display, but like I said, other leaks are coming in to talk about that further on in other videos. But the resolution of this display is 2532 by 1170. Also at the same time as well, leaks are showing that we are most likely finally this year going to be getting a ProMotion display, and what that basically means in normal language is a 120Hz refresh rate display. So this basically means that the display will refresh itself 120 times per second. And finally, the iPhone 13 Pro would have caught up with kind of Android rivals that also give this option right now. For storage, we get 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, and for the first time 1TB of storage, as according to some new leaks. We're also getting the A15 Bionic, again other leaks have talked about this and the specifications behind this actual chipset, and it also comes with 5G connectivity. However, Apple will be borrowing a Qualcomm 5G modem again, just like what they did in the iPhone 12 models. Again, this iPhone is going to be equipped with 6GB of RAM, just like the iPhone 12 Pro, and also it will have a stainless steel body frame, what again is very similar to the design we've got on the 12 Pro. But as leaks have told us, the actual frame will be actually slightly thicker to accommodate a bigger battery, what I'll get onto in a mo. On the rear, we will have a triple camera and LiDAR sensor, and as leaks have shown already, there's going to be lots of changes and modifications to those camera setup on the back of the actual iPhone 13 Pro. Then for battery size, we get a bump up over the iPhone 12 Pro in the latest leaks that we've had, and we're going to be getting a 3095 mAh battery. Now for prices, the leaks are a bit over the place to be fair, so I've taken this from one reference, so this could change subject to closer to the launch of the actual iPhone 13 Pro. So starting out, we're going to be getting a 128GB option, what will start at $1,049 US, 256GB for $1,149 US, 512GB for $1,349 US, and then finally 1TB for $1,549 US. Now, moving on to the iPhone 13 Pro Max, there are a lot of shared features with the iPhone 13 Pro, for example, like chipset and RAM size, what I'll get onto in a second. But one of the main big differences has got to be the screen size. So again, we're going to be getting that sort of 6.78 screen, and it's going to be an LTPO OLED display. And again, this is that new type of screen technology, what I discussed with the iPhone 13 Pro. The resolution on this display is going to be 2700 778 by 1280, and again it's going to be finally getting a Pro Motion 120Hz display, as many leaks have shown this. Again, storage sizes are very similar to the 13 Pro, where we get 128GB, 256GB, 512GB, and finally a 1TB storage option, as we have seen in previous leaks. We're also getting an A15 Bionic chipset, again what I've spoke about in saying that we've had lots of leaks and lots of details about how that's all going to work, and also 5G connectivity with an actual modem borrowed from Qualcomm inside it. Again, 6GB of RAM, again that stainless steel frame body, very similar to the 13 Pro Max, but like I said, like in the 13 Pro, it's going to be slightly thicker according to some new leaks, because it's going to accommodate for a bigger battery inside. On the rear we do have that triple camera and LiDAR sensor, and all of those different bits and pieces have been upgraded as we've seen in leaks. And then again, battery size is going to be bigger at 4352 milliamps. For price, again, starting with the 128GB storage option, it's going to start at $1,149 US, 256GB for $1,349, 512GB for $1,449 US, and finally 1TB, the newest storage option, for $1,649. So, as per usual with this list of features, I'll be keeping it updated as more leaks come on in, all the way up to the iPhone 13 launch. Well, it's time to wrap this up, so don't forget, if you have liked this video, to press the like button, and of course to hear the latest iPhone news, Apple news, reviews and comparisons, please do hit subscribe followed by the bell. Until next time guys, see you soon.